My friends, I want to begin today with something that may feel a little unsettling at first. But don't worry, we're going to walk through it together, calmly, clearly, and step by step. You may have already heard the breaking news. HMRC is sending out 1 million letters to UK households. These letters relate to unpaid tax debts, averaging around £3,000 per household. Now, let's pause for a moment. 1 million letters. That's not a few hundred cases, not even a few thousand. That's an enormous wave of official letters arriving at doorsteps across the country. And if you've ever received one of those official brown envelopes from HMRC, you'll know the feeling. Your heart races, your hands shake, and your mind instantly goes to the worst-case scenario. Is this about me? Did I do something wrong? What happens now? That's a very human reaction. And if you've been feeling anxious, worried, or unsettled by this news, please know this: you are not alone. But here's the good part. With the right information, the right steps, and a bit of calm guidance, this situation is manageable. It's not the end of the world, it's not a personal attack, and it doesn't mean your future is in jeopardy. Let's start with the big question: why is HMRC sending out 1 million letters right now? The answer lies in how our tax system works. Every year, HMRC checks tax records against earnings, pensions, and benefits. If something doesn't match, maybe you underpaid slightly, maybe your tax code wasn't updated correctly, or maybe your pension income was recorded differently, they step in to correct it. Now, in many cases, this process takes years to catch up. For example, someone who retired in 2020 may only now be flagged because their pension provider and HMRC systems didn't fully align at the time. This means these letters aren't always about recent mistakes. Sometimes they cover several years of small underpayments that, when added together, become a bigger figure, often around that £3,000 mark. In simple terms, it's less about you making a huge mistake, and more about the system slowly catching up with itself. But let's be honest. When you open one of these letters, it doesn't feel like a small correction. It feels huge. And here's why. The tone HMRC uses: formal, legal wording. It's not written like a friendly reminder. It's written in a way that can feel stern or even threatening. The number, seeing £3,000 in black and white, is frightening, especially if you're living on a pension or a fixed income. The unknown: many people don't fully understand where the debt comes from, and that confusion feeds anxiety. This is why I always say, the scariest part of these letters is not the debt itself, it's the fear of the unknown. Once you break it down and understand what it means, the fear shrinks. So what are these letters actually saying? They are essentially a notice of underpayment. HMRC believes you owe a certain amount, often due to a tax code adjustment or an overlap in income. It does not mean you are in trouble with the law. Your home or pension will be seized. You failed in some personal way. It simply means there's a balance that HMRC wants to correct. Think of it like when your energy company does a yearly review and tells you your monthly payments were too low, so you've built up a bit of debt. It's not an accusation, it's an adjustment. Now, let's get practical. If one of these letters arrives at your house, what should you do? Open it immediately. Leaving it unopened only makes the fear grow. Once you see what it says, you can start dealing with it. Read it carefully. Look at the tax year it refers to, the amount mentioned, and the payment options. Compare it to your own records. Do you have pension slips, P60s, or benefit statements? Check if the numbers match. Contact HMRC. The official phone number will be printed on the letter. Call them directly, don't rely on any text message or email that pops up. Yes, the wait times can be long, but speaking to them gives you clarity. Seek support if needed. If you don't feel confident, ask a trusted family member, a friend, or an organization like Citizens Advice or Age UK to go through it with you. The important thing is, don't ignore it. Because when you take action, even small steps, the problem feels less overwhelming. Now, let's talk about the part that worries most people. How on earth do I pay £3,000? Here's the truth: HMRC does not expect you to pay everything in one go. They have something called time to pay arrangements, which allow you to spread the debt over many months, even years. That means instead of panicking about thousands of pounds, you may only need to pay a manageable amount each month. For example, a £3,000 debt spread over 24 months is about £125 a month. Over 36 months, it's closer to £85 a month. This makes it far less frightening. And remember, HMRC actually prefers you to contact them and set up a plan because it shows you're willing to cooperate. Ignoring the letter is what makes things worse. Here's something many people don't realize: sometimes these letters are wrong. That's right, the debt might not even be accurate. Errors happen because of out-of-date records, overlaps between multiple pensions, state benefit adjustments not syncing correctly, simple clerical mistakes. This is why it's so important to check the details carefully. If you think the amount is wrong, you can challenge it. And in many cases, HMRC will review it and correct any mistake. Now, let me warn you about something very serious: scams. Whenever HMRC makes headlines, scammers jump on the opportunity. They send fake texts, fake emails, even fake phone calls pretending to be HMRC. Here's what you need to know. Real HMRC letters arrive by post. They will not demand immediate payment through text or email. They will not threaten to arrest you. They will not ask for card or bank details over the phone. If you get a message that feels rushed, aggressive, or suspicious, pause. Double check. Ask someone you trust before you take any action. At this stage, you might still be thinking, why me? Why now? I've always paid what I owe. And that's such a normal thought. But remember, these letters don't mean you've been dishonest. They don't mean you've failed. Often, it's just the system catching up. It's like when your council does a yearly review of council tax and realizes you were slightly under or over. It's not about blame. It's about balance. So, don't panic. Don't let the fear paralyze you. Calm, steady action is always the best response. Now, here's something I want you to really take to heart. You are not alone in this. 1 million letters means this is happening to people all across the UK, from pensioners in Scotland to families in Wales, from single households in London to retirees in rural villages. This is a national issue. And when we face things together, they become easier. Talk about it. If you have friends, neighbors, or family who might also be worried, share what you've learned here. Sometimes, a simple conversation, "Hey, did you hear about these HMRC letters?" can help someone else feel less afraid. So, let's bring it all together. Yes, HMRC is sending out 1 million letters. Yes, the average debt is around £3,000. And yes, receiving one can feel terrifying. But here's the reality. These letters are not the end of the world. You will not lose everything overnight. You have options, support, and time to sort it out. You've faced bigger challenges in your life than this. Think of the ups and downs you've already navigated: recessions, job changes, health scares, family struggles. Compared to those, this is simply another bit of life admin to handle. You are stronger than you think. And with clear information, steady action, and a calm mindset, you'll get through this with your peace of mind intact. Before we wrap up, my friends, I have one small request. If this video gave you clarity, reassurance, or even just a sense of calm, please tap the like button. Why? Because it helps YouTube show this video to more people, especially seniors who might be sitting alone tonight, staring at a brown envelope, and feeling scared. By liking and sharing, you're not just supporting me, you're helping them. And that's a powerful act of kindness. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more clear, caring updates on pensions, benefits, and financial news that actually matters for everyday people. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. And together, we'll face whatever comes next. Thank you for watching. Stay calm, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.